over here. Good morning. Hello, my name is Tammy, and I am making a video from Idaho. That's in the States. It's real close to the Canada border if you're new to the States. And today we are talking about, oh boy, the 2-hour workday. We are going to talk about getting rid of any inefficiencies. We're talking on how to focus. And when I really discovered how many things I was doing that was battling me and the 2-hour workday, I wanted to share that with you. If you are new to digital marketing and the 2-hour workday, I think you're going to like this video because I'm going to talk about getting rid of the inefficiencies and staying focused and some of the things that I do to keep things flowing. Okay, so hello, welcome everyone. You don't want your business costing you more time, right? Hello, if you have been in digital marketing, give me a wave if you understand what I'm talking about. This 2-hour workday. Hi, Linda, how are you? That's wonderful. Thanks for joining in. If you want a 2-hour workday, right? Everyone's talking about it. If you're seeing this in your feed a lot, it's because you know you can get a lot done in 2 hours. I was a homeschooler. I homeschooled my kids. You can get a lot done in a short amount of time, but it takes some preparation and focus, and you've got to eliminate the inefficiencies. Okay, so we want to hit on that today when we talk about our 2-hour workday and how to have a really smooth workflow and get more done. Doesn't that sound great? Yes, that's what we want. We want more of that. Give us more of that because we got stuff to do. Any empty nesters? Any grandparents in the house? Give me a wave. Let me know if you are a stay-at-home and you want to tackle having a business, but maybe you're a little intimidated. How do I fit that in with all the stuff I have to do? Right? The legitimate question. I totally get that. I was a stay-at-home. And if you are new to me, I've had 7 businesses over the past 30 years, and I've learned a thing or two. I've learned what I like and what I don't like, and I bring that knowledge to this business, digital marketing today. And I have been with digital marketing since June 1st. June 1st, I was introduced to it just maybe a week before I dove in and said, yep, this is what I want to figure out and learn how to do. And 2 weeks later, I joined TikTok. So welcome to my TikTok family. I was brand new at that time. I didn't know the TikTok modalities, right? It's a fast-paced platform, let me tell you. And I had a YouTube channel. I've had it for many years, but I wasn't utilizing it. I wasn't using it the right way. And when I came to digital marketing, I learned so much so quickly. And I just loved having this blueprint that I could follow, right? It was a plan. It was my map of how to do things efficiently, how to grow your skills and get paid while you're doing it. So welcome, hello, come on in. We are talking about the 2-hour workday and how to eliminate those inefficiencies and get more done. And I have lots of tips and tricks for you. So I appreciate you guys coming in. The first thing we want to talk about, number 1, unless you've got any questions for me, go ahead and put those in. But we're talking about the 2-hour workday and how to have a better flow, how to focus and get more done in your 2-hour workday. Let me back up here a bit. And number 1, we're going to realize that's always the first step, right? Admit you have a problem. So we're going to realize the inefficiencies. Really, I had to pick the longest word I could think of. Inefficient. I've missed an N. Let's try this again. The N, fish. Am I still not doing it right? Yeah, there's two C's. And C's. All right, that's your English lesson for the day. Realize the inefficiencies. So thank you. If you see any typos going on here, let me know. I want to fix that. I don't want anything messing this up. Okay, I talked a little bit about perfectionism. Gotta let that go. Let it go. Things happen. Right? If you were with me on my live yesterday, things happen. All right, so we're moving on, realizing the inefficiencies. So taking some inventory. Watch your day. What are you doing that's causing you to not get that flow? Do you have any? What's the stumbling block in your business that's keeping you from having a really good 2-hour workday? Put it in the comments. Is there something that you struggle over? Because granted, being new to something, yeah, you're going to struggle. That's how it is. That's what we do, right? When we're learning, we stumble. That's just part of growing up and learning a new skill. It takes some time. So let's be patient with ourselves, but we also want to get over those quickly. All right. So do you have anything going on in your business that's slowing you down or keeping you from an efficient 2-hour workday? And we're going to set aside that this is so new, that this is so new. No, I don't have a 2-hour workday. It's taking me 3 or 4 hours to do all the things I want to do. All right. So first of all, let's take that off the plate. Let's focus on one thing. If you are new to digital marketing and you make social media content and you're struggling with getting that done efficiently, and guys, right, I'm 3.5 months in, and yesterday took me forever to make one video. I struggled with that so hard. So if you're doing that and you're a beginner, no, yeah, we still have that. But I've got a plan in place, and I'm going to talk about that in a bit on how I can improve that. But yesterday it was about how do I get across what I want to say, right? How do I speak concisely? I want to make it in under a minute. I'm filming and this truck roars by. I'm filming and my hair's going, it's got a weird thing, right? Cut, fix the hair, whatever was holding me back, right? I just struggled getting through it. And I'd stop and I'd stop and I'd stop. That's inefficient. That's a waste of time. Doing something 20 times when I know better. And that's my tip, right? I knew better. But I let it get to me. That was tough. I let that get to me. And that was a waste of time, right? Remember I said we're taking off the table if you are brand new. Yes, you're going to struggle. Where's all the buttons? How do I, fix the volume? Whatever, right? I get that. That's going to take time. So work on the one thing until you do get proficient at it. That's my suggestion. Don't try to do all the things all at once. No, you're not going to have a 2-hour workday. That's not how it works. This is not get rich quick. This is you learning new skills to get the things you want. The goal you have is to have a 2-hour workday. What does that feel like? Can you even imagine? Can you imagine that? It might be hard. It might be really hard for you to think, what? I don't have to commute anymore? I don't have to show up at a certain time every day? I work 2 hours and I have the other 8 and 10 of my day to do what I want, to live life on my own terms. What is that? If that sounds so foreign to you, but so enticing, then I want you to go to nevertoolateincome.com and ask for more information because it's possible. So we want to realize that it's possible, realize the inefficiencies that you're doing now. So I'm assuming you're doing the business. That's why that's my starting place. How to have a 2-hour workday. We're going to look for, is there any inefficiencies? And like I said yesterday, oh boy, I was struggling. I must have filmed and refilmed like 20 times just to make this 1-minute video. If you go to my page, you'll see it is the very last one I made. And it's like totally different than what I started with. But, you know, when you're stumbling over your words because you don't have a clear message, okay, that's an inefficiency we can work on. What is your message? If you knew it off the top of your head, you'd be done with that video already. But instead, sometimes I'm like, oh, I want to be clever. Oh, I want to say something new. And then I've wasted so much time versus doing the things I know work. I'm making stumbling blocks for myself. Thank you. Thank you, Cass. That's so sweet. I appreciate you, friend. Thank you for that. Oh gosh. And have you ever started a video and you're like, I'm not really even loving this topic. And now you're struggling over that because you're trying to make the perfect post. That's an inefficiency. When you're doing something for perfectionism, that's an inefficiency. That's not what the social media world wants. The social media world wants you to be relatable. If I've got a misspelling on here, that's probably relatable. Do you get that? If my hair is doing something bizarre, that's relatable. I'm showing up because I want to encourage you. How do you have a 2-hour workday with your cell phone using social media and have the potential of making $900 a week, a day? You've got to just show up. And so we want to eliminate any of those inefficiencies, right? And help you reach a 2-hour workday. So I do know I hated losing that time yesterday, right? So when it took me, I say 20 times, it probably was more than that and it seemed to take me a couple hours. I was just really struggling. And man, what a waste of time. What a waste of time. If you're new to digital marketing, I want you to realize you don't have to do something new. If you've got a story to tell, if you have a pain point and there's a solution in the work that you're doing, just share that every day. You don't have to have something new every day. And here's why, because in social media marketing, you're getting a new audience all the time. New people are being drawn to you. They're seeing your information for the first time. So tell your story over again. Tell your story over again. You don't have to be this creative entertainer to keep going. You can cut that out and save some of that. That's inefficient. That's not a good use of your time because that's not what's required. You want to do the things that are simple enough anyone can do, right? And that's why I show up looking like a mess or, my glasses have smudge, whatever, right? I've got typos on my board. It's okay. You showed up because you have something you want others to come along with you. You want them to join a business that is, I'm going to say easy to do. It's simple. I guess nothing's really easy. You do have to learn a lot of skills. or a few skills, depending on where you are, right? I've had an MLM, and in that MLM, I had the opportunity to present online. I loved it. I loved that. That was the best part of the job. The business. MLM, it's a business, but that's what I love the most. And now I can do that with digital marketing. I'm taking the best of that business and putting it in here. But like yesterday, I was really struggling getting 1-minute video done. So I want to help you and me both, right? Cut the inefficiencies, because here's the thing. I knew how to do a video. I know what font I like. I know what the volume should be, and I know where those buttons are. I know how I want my cover photo to look. I know exactly what to click. I can click, 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 add the song, do the stuff quickly. All of those skills, what buttons to hit and what things I like, I've eliminated all the choices, and I keep doing the same thing. It makes things go faster. But I struggled on the content, and then I struggled on the noises, and everything was a distraction. Let's cut that. Start with a plan in mind. And if it's just your story, your pain point, then you can get this done quickly. You don't have to be clever and all of that mess, right? So here's the formula for posting social media content. The formulas have a really good hook. Your hook, and then introduce yourself and your pain point, right? A tiny bit of your story and the solution and how someone can get the solution. It's an introduction. It's just a teaser. It's just a way for somebody to capture their attention. Capture their attention. That's all you're looking for in these posts. So why would I spend 3 hours or more coming up with a 1-minute content when the point was just to get a message out for someone new to see? That's the point of social media marketing. All right, we're going to look at streamlining. I'm putting this down. I should pick this up. Streamlining. And I really only have 3 points today, so I'm writing really big. Those of you who know, were you there for the live when I had 7 points? Whew, that was tough trying to fit that on my board. And I have probably a really large board. But here we are, streamlining. So what are we talking about? That is key to reducing the time you're spending on your business. If your goal is a 2-hour workday, let's plug in as many streamlining processes that you can. And that's all good, of course. So the most valuable resource, right? Focusing. How can you reclaim time? You've got to practice your focus. So, like I shared just before in the inefficiencies, I shared my flow. That's my workflow, right? Coming up with the content, the hook, telling your story, all of that things, and then how to edit, right? Boom, boom, boom. My cover, I'm making really short descriptions now. Very few hashtags, right? All of these things add up. That's the time you're spending. My goal is to get a video done, editing and all, in 10 minutes. So if I can produce 3 videos a day, that's 30 minutes of my 2-hour workday. So we're worked on the getting rid of the inefficiencies, and now we want to streamline that. And so here's something I was complaining. I'm not complaining. If you're with me yesterday, I talked about complaining, and that I want to change that. What I was explaining was I struggled getting a 1-minute video that normally can take me. Now, I've said I've been with this for 3.5 months. I can do it in 10 minutes. But I struggled for hours yesterday just to make one. And so today I came with a game plan. today I wrote myself my little notes, right? What I want to do. And I've already written out note cards. These are nice big note cards. What are my stories? What are my pain points? I'm someone who's had 7 businesses. And I look at that as a positive one because it taught me so much how to do business differently. Why I love digital marketing all the more is because I've had 7 other businesses. So, okay, maybe it's not a pain point to me, but maybe it is for you. You've done a business and it didn't work. Guys, I've been in 3 multi-level marketing programs, direct sales. 2 of them folded. One of them folded within a year, and the other folded within 2 years. The other MLM I've been with for 10 years. I love the product. I still have ties there, but working the business was not to my best skills. It wasn't to my good skills. One I shared, I loved making content and teaching live. Those things were fun for me. I have found a business where I can do that. And it's part of my workday, my 2-hour workday. Doesn't that sound good? So, and the other thing here, my other pain points. 30 years as a stay-at-home. And I was terrified to go out into the workforce. We're on a fixed income. And my husband said, somebody's got to go to work. And I thought, no, thank you. It was terrifying. When you've been a stay-at-home that long, I'm too old. I don't have the skills anymore. And I had 101 excuses, and really came down to, I liked my free time. And the thought of going out to work, was intimidating, but I probably could do it, but I didn't want to. And so I found a business that I could do from home in my air conditioning. And I get to use my cell phone and work 2 hours a day with social media. Man, that just lights my fire because I can still be a stay-at-home. I can still be a grandma. I can call my dad out of state. I can take trips and visit family. Like, there's still time to do the things I really want to do, but I can earn an income from my cell phone. So that was an example, right? Pain point and solution. So we're talking about, okay, maybe I kind of went off on a rant, but here you go. One of the streamlining things you want to focus is when you post your video. So this was new to me. I didn't realize posting my video could take minutes. It has taken hours. And so something I do while I'm waiting for that video to load would be to visit my friends on social media, liking, commenting, giving encouragement, any of those types of things, right? But then you lose track of time. That's one of the reasons I love using social media the right way to make an income online. But the thing that drew me to it is the thing that's going to suck my energies away and suck my time away. So to have a streamlined process, you want to post your video, and if you have to, walk away, close the program. I like to leave it open because I have had problems with it loading within minutes, and it's taken hours. And it's like, oh, my 2-hour workday has just now become 8 hours because something's not right. Something's not working. So you may need to, when that video goes into drafts, restart your phone. And if you didn't save that video, you may need to reload TikTok even, and you might lose your drafts. So you might want to save them. But just know you can restart your system. Maybe your Wi-Fi is on the blitz. Or I've left the house, right? It was loading and now I've left the house. I'm out of the Wi-Fi and it took longer to process. So these are things I watch for, but I don't let it consume my time anymore. So you want to be more focused with where you're spending your energies and your time. So maybe, check your Wi-Fi, check where you are when you are uploading a video and be conscious of that. The reason I bring that up is because I love scrolling. But that's something you need to be very careful of if your TikTok is your business storefront. You don't want your algorithms to get all screwy because you love watching, little funny animal videos or something, right? Do you have another platform you can do that? Or do you have another account that you can do that on? Right? I'm an IG girl. I've done it for a long time. And that's where I do my scrolling and playtime. I don't bring that to TikTok. You want to have your focused time, your 2-hour workday, doing the income earning activities, which is doing your social media posts. And for me, it's going live every day for an hour. That's part of my 2-hour workday. The other half an hour is responding to comments, right? Checking if there was any emails that came in through for the business. So this is me, never too late income. And when you go there and you want more information, you're getting my email. And I promote that I want to hear from you. If you have a question or something, you want clarification, you can write me at the email I send you. You can reply to that email. So I'm looking for that. I'm looking for comments on my YouTube, people asking for more information, and I can give them the link. So that's the other half hour of the day. One of the things I'm streamlining is I use Chat GBT quite a bit. It has been so helpful. Now that I've trained it on what my perfect customer is like, what I'm like, how I talk, things I want to share about, I'm using the Chat GBT to help me write my outlines. But then I go in and put in all my examples, and that's taking a lot of time. So I want to streamline that process. And that's one of my notes today. I'm going to come up with just 8 scripts. I'm going to go back through the scripts that I've used with ChatGPT and really tighten those up and then use them over and over again. That's what I was talking about streamlining back in making your social media content. Do you have a pain point? Do you have a solution? Just stick to the basics and your process will immediately get more streamlined. Let me double check. Oh, yes. So exactly. One of the things too is automations. I love the automations with digital marketing. There's website pages, there's landing pages, there's emails that are always out there working for me. That's how you can have a 2-hour workday because you have behind the scenes automations. Let me see if I can pull that up. Have you seen this before? My husband was on here last night. Oh, I don't know. It doesn't look like I'm ready to go. He did a system update. The program I use has landing pages. It can capture emails. It has a website that collects payments and distributes payments. All of these things I don't have to do. I don't have to wear that hat to make that happen. I've had other businesses where I've had to wear all the hats. I had to create the product, create the content. I had to mass produce it. I had to deliver it or ship it. I had to do the accounting and the billing and the payables and the taxes. All of these things are part of being a business owner. And the one thing that always fell through the cracks was marketing. I really struggled with that because the businesses I had required me one-on-one with people. One, that takes a lot of time. That is not streamline, right? So if you are in an MLM, I love you guys. There's some amazing products out there, but the system of meeting people one-on-one, that my husband reminded me, Tammy, it's called direct sales. You have to bring the information to someone. That's why it's called direct sales. And I get that. The program is based on, we aren't paying for advertising. We're not doing billboards or commercials or what. We want you to bring the information to your customer. Right? My dear friend John, he used to sell encyclopedias door to door. People do solar door to door. People, they're still doing direct sales. That's one way of doing business. I don't like that. I love working from home in my air conditioning, right? And I get the opportunity to speak to the world. People can find me. I'm searchable because I show up every day. That's powerful. And then the automations work the 24 hours a day. Once someone has found me, right? nevertoolateincome.com, they put their information in and they immediately hear from me. And they can read details, exactly what the products that I offer include, and if that's a good fit for them. They can find out for themselves in the emails that I'm sending and the links that they're receiving and the webinars that I invite them to. That's where the details are. I'm just here sharing some basic information. This isn't everything. This is just a tiny piece of the puzzle. But I hope it's enough to get you encouraged, like, I can work 2 hours a day and that I can work with my cell phone and social media. This seems so smart. And it is. That's why I love it compared to the other businesses I've had. So I have to share this. Let's see. Oos. Let me see if there's a better word. Identify your tasks. We're going to call it that. Identifying your task. What is it you actually have to do? And can you get really good at it? So one of the tips I share is, yes, you're making social media content. That's a task. If the goal is 3 a day, and the reason we like 3 a day is because it's building your content base. If people are really interested, they can go back and to your profile and look up what else have they had to say about this. And you have content available 24/7, right? So identify that task, right? So building content. But what if you did 4 a day? What if you did 5 a day and you just put it into your drafts? Oh, let's see here. You are so sweet. Very good. What if you made 4 or 5 a day, right? You got good at it. Maybe there wasn't a lot of emails to look at. Whatever, you're part of your 2-hour day, you made a few extras and you saved them in your drafts. You're working ahead. You're making batch content for the next day, for the week even. That makes it so convenient, so easy, right? You're getting more proficient in what you're doing. So that's one of the tasks. Do you have strict work times? Do you have a schedule? I really work hard at having this 8 a.m. in Mountain Time live. One, because my husband gets home about 9 a.m. and the dog goes ballistic, and I want to have this done for their benefit. But also, it's part of my 2-hour workday. It gets me up in the morning and I'm listening to great music and great podcasts. And I love listening to books by Norman Vincent Peale about having a good mindset and positivity. And I want to bring that energy into the lives. So that's how I come up with my 2-hour workday. And then immediately I make a video on something I said in my life. Immediately I have new content to share and I'm good to go. Let's see. I'm just reading my notes here. Okay. Oh, the more you do it, the more proficient you get, the more fun you're going to have. That's what this is about. You want a job that's enjoyable. You want to find a business that you love getting up in the morning to do. And if you know it was just 2 hours a day using your cell phone and social media, that's powerful. So I wanted to share one thing, this quick tip I learned just the other day. I think yesterday when I struggled making my content, I was up and down and up and down, distractions. I just couldn't get that one video done. And I saw this sweet post, this sweet girl. She says, "You know what helps me in my business? Duct tape." What is she talking about? Right? That was a good hook. I use duct tape. And then she's got the camera off so you could see a side angle. And she said, I actually practice. She'll tape one leg to her chair. She'll tape one leg to her chair because she found at every distraction, at every little, you're hesitating, moving forward, at every, oh, I want a snack. Oh, I need a drink. Oh, I've got a, right? She wouldn't sit down and focus. And when she put duct tape on her leg, it stopped her in her tracks to say, oh, no, I'm on my 2-hour workday. Nope. I've got to focus. I want the goal of having time freedom. I want time freedom. So what am I going to do to help me achieve that instead of feeling like I've got 8 hours in my day and I could just go and goof off and eventually I'll get to it. And eventually I'll get to it. No, she wanted to practice the habit of consistency and focus. And she found something that helped her. I talk many times about wearing maybe a silicone bracelet that's got a reminder for you or a rubber band to snap on your wrist to say, oh, stop thinking that way, or pay attention, wake up, right? How do you flip your thoughts on how you feel about doing something? Because a lot of our business is mindset. You want a 2-hour workday. We've talked about some tips and tricks on how to be more efficient, how to have structure, identify your tasks and be focused. But a lot of it is you. What are you bringing to the table? You say you want time freedom. You say you want financial freedom, but what are you doing about it? Are you struggling with your mind saying, oh, this is so hard? Or are you saying, I love learning new things? Do you look at your time as you're at your desk as, oh, I wish I was outside, versus I can go outside when I get my work done. And so let's focus and get done. Are you outside and you're thinking, oh, why wasn't I working harder this morning? I could have got so much more done instead of scrolling on my phone or watching 3 hours of television. Like, what can you do to bring you back into focus? It's the books you read, the people you hang out with, the program you use. your mindset about your business, all of these things play into you having a better business. So, yesterday I was talking about complaining, and today I had the realization that it was about arrogance. I talked about coming up to a red light, and when you are frustrated, you're running late, and there's that red light, and you start spewing out all kinds of, this always happens. Why are we? You were complaining, but it came from a heart of arrogance. You thought you deserved to arrive on time when you started late. like realize some of these things that we bring into fruition came because of how our attitudes were. And so I realized that really hit me today, that I want to work on that. Any arrogance and pride that's holding me back from being someone who can bring good information and hope to people who are looking to break free financially and with time. They want that for their family. Maybe you're helping an aging parent. How can I bring in extra income and help them as well? A 2-hour workday would solve so many problems. But I don't want you to bring more problems to the table because you have a 2-hour workday, when you can work on inefficiencies and have a good structure and work on the income producing tasks the right way. And it's all right. It's coming from your thoughts. It's coming out of your emotions, what you're bringing to the table. And so let's work on that as well. I love Legacy Builders. This is the program I use, and they have daily mentoring, coaching every week from six-figure earners who have been where you've been and have overcome. They've been problem solvers, and how they achieved where they're at. If you are looking to have a 2-hour workday and you want more information on that, you want to get involved in that coaching, you want to help change your mindset, then I encourage you, come to nevertoolateincome.com and put your email in. Get that information, and to start a digital marketing business that you can do in 2 hours a day with your cell phone. Guys, let's start making an income with our cell phones instead of giving money to other people for all their entertainment that they've provided for us. So anyway, thank you, everyone. I appreciate you so much. This has been a great session, and I can't wait to see you again tomorrow. And you guys have a blessed Monday. You have an amazing week. I appreciate your time. Thank you for all the love. You guys have a great day. And thank you to my YouTube channel. I appreciate you all so much. Subscribe and give this video a like, and let me know, was any of this information something you were looking for? How to have a 2-hour workday and make it so efficient and streamlined that you can have the time freedom you're looking for. Let me know. I'd love to hear from you. You have a great day.